Welcome back, everybody. Sorry a little bit late on this one, but I wanted to do a little episode here on the Winter Festival. Really excited about this one. I know these events come frequently, but I want to take a minute and kind of go over my strategy because I do think that this one is an event worth spending money on if you're an aggressive player or a serious player about this game. So first, I just want to top into the hot events and just kind of go through this. The 7 days straight, if you're still able to go ahead and do the $20 to gain all these prizes throughout the next 7 days of the contest, 50-50. The first day before it came out, you didn't know what was coming, so I took the gamble and went ahead and did it, and I think it'll pay off, for me in the long run, but not an overall game breaker if you're really trying to invest in this Winter Festival. The other thing that I want to make a quick side note is the Millionaire event comes quite frequently and is honestly one of the biggest wastes of money out of any event that they do. Usually there's a big prize at the end for 100, 200, 300 laps, or loops as they call them. But to be honest with you, to get those, I've run the math a few times on the averages of the dice roll and the amount of spaces on the board. And yes, this can fluctuate, but to get 100 loops here for you, you're looking pretty close to about $166. And that's just not really worth 4 mythic armor stones and 4 mythic, 4 mythic weapon stones or accessory stones. So to me, hold your money on this. Not worth the diamonds spent. But that's really not why I want to make this episode. And I plan on doing one of these for every event that comes out. And I do apologize a little bit late on this one, but I still think the way it's structured that you can really take advantage of it if you didn't get in day one for the most part. So they have these events quite often where you see the double wheel structure. They had one for Halloween where the left side is your common, the right side is your more rare keys in this instance. But with that being said, I want to dive into the actual event, right? So they give you a ton of opportunities to earn these today for free, essentially. So you get one for logging in, as you can see here for you. This part here is anytime you get 5 keys, you can turn it into a red key, which is definitely worth it because you really want the rare of the 2 coins, which is going to get you the better prizes, and we'll go over the prizes here at the end. So maximize these you can every day, especially if you're going to invest money. This second here, World Boss, Arena, top up 1 diamond at least, spend 1 diamond. These are relatively cheap, maybe $1 top up, so you can take advantage to at least get the basic keys without spending a ton of money. Open up 5 basic Thanksgiving. I don't know why they use Thanksgiving chests, but we'll just go with it. 10, 20, so on and so forth, and the same thing for the advanced ones. Now these chests, just in case you're wondering, are these right here, okay? So they're Fairyland chests. Don't know why the creators called them Thanksgiving chests. Probably either a typo or something got mixed up from the last event. Either or, I just didn't want you to be confused by it. Opening up 10 of these or using 10 basic keys or 20 or 10 rare keys or golden keys, excuse me, will get you those opportunities there to go ahead and take advantage of that activity event. Here is the consumables, where if you spend the diamonds after you buy them, you can get extra pieces that not necessarily for the event, but are definitely helpful, right? You're looking at armor spirit stones, you're looking at weapon spirit stones and accessory spirit stones, which are some of the more harder ones to get. And as you get into the higher level bonuses, you do acquire a few mythic stones, and then into the armor mythic, or the weapon mythic stones, excuse me. The top up one here, same concept, right? Tiered here. Now these are daily resets, and that's what I kind of wanted to point out here. The first one for consumables is event time. You only can do it once through the whole 5 days of the event, but the top up one resets daily, and these are relatively aggressive keys and prizes for what you get. As you can see here, it's top up 500, so $5, grab some rubies. $20 doubles your diamonds. $5 or $50, you're grabbing an extra 20 keys. Now in relative terms, that's pretty much $20 worth of keys, and then another 50 here, so you're almost getting double your money. You get about $30 worth of keys on top of spending the $50. So I call it double dipping, triple dipping, and in this event, it's one of those where you can really cash in your resources 2 or 3 times, and I'll kind of wrap that up in the end. And this one here is top up 2 times to get an additional $6,000 or $60 in rubies, and then the keys as well here for you. So by topping up twice, $50, I know $100 is a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but you're getting an extra 70 keys, which is an extra $70 worth of keys for Diamond's sake, and you're getting essentially 16,000 diamonds for that. And this resets daily. You can use those 16,000 diamonds to reinvest and get another 80, 90 keys. So it can, go on a vicious circle here of how aggressive you can play this event. Okay. For instance, I did top up $100, as you can obviously see today. Now, with that being said, there's a couple other ways strategically to use these keys, and I debating whether to continue that aggressive stance as far as investing in this event. But at least for once, if you're going to invest the money, do it in 2 increments of 50 to make sure you capitalize on this promotion right here, because this is huge. This right here is the whole reason why I went ahead and did this event. The regular structure of these events is great, but the ability to get so much more for the same money, you're literally getting 2 to 3 times what you're spending on normal contest for this one. And the hot sale is something kind of introduced in the last couple events. You spend a moderate amount of money over 5 days, and you end up getting a prize at the end. Not a big one here. I might do it just to squeak out a few more rubies and a few things, but it's $3 a day, $15 total over the 5 days. Not the end-all be-all for the contest, but a little extra bonus. So with that being said, the only other thing here is your top-up. So you're also, on top of doing this for the event, going to get extra things that you're really going to need for your characters. You get keys here, of course, it's for the event, but as you start getting into $20 and $30 and $50, even $100, not only do you get legendary equipment chests, which are great for accessories, weapons, things that are harder to find in the level range that you're looking for, but you can start to collect your level 4 feathers, which are extremely hard to get. And then as you see at the 100 here as well, you also get the 20 keys plus the 50. So this is what I mean by triple. You're triple dipping in your total top up. You're double dipping in your top up and consumables, because you're spending the diamonds back on the keys to get more keys, and then by doing so you unlock more prizes for your character. So it's a really, really great event, and I think some of the prizes are very moderately priced for these events. For instance, in the past, when they came out with new sprites or legions, the guaranteed purchase, meaning you didn't have to spin a wheel and hopefully get enough essences or whatever it is to craft that character, these for sure you're going to get for a moderate price. Usually before it was about $300 to get a new Elysian or a new mount they just came out with. But here I've spent $100. Obviously we talked about that. And so far I've already gotten enough for the Elysian Helen Soul Essences to craft the Elysian, which is the last Elysian in the list, right? And proof to that metal is, right here. You can see her. Go ahead and transform to her. I can attack with her if I don't click on the wrong thing here, and kind of show you that this is one that normally this would have cost me $300. And not only did it not cost me $300, on top of that, for the event itself, I spent I think 100 of the keys that I acquired. Now I acquired them both from the money, the reinvesting the diamonds by buying keys from the store, and the other top-up totals. But I also still have 65 keys and 250 regular keys. And the reason I didn't spend those is because this resets daily, right? So as you can see during the activity that resets daily, it says you gather more keys by getting the 10, 20, 30 basics, and the same thing for the advanced chest, right? So why would I spend them all at once when I can wait till tomorrow, use another 50, and then acquire another 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, keys that I would have just wasted by spending them today. So if you're going to do this event, I don't think going to 50 is really worth it for the extra 10 keys here for you. I think saving, or going to 100, excuse me, I think saving them and going 50 at a time for the whole 4 or 5 days of the event, I guess probably by the time you're watching this, it'd be 4 or less, and maximizing the amount you get back and being patient with it. Because in the shop, unlike sometimes where the hot sales, you can only get one of them, here, if you're really going after Mythic Stones, go after them here, okay? Don't go after them in Monopoly or Millionaire or whatever they want to call it. Here, with $100, the rare the average is spinning the wheels, you're gonna be able to acquire 10, 12 of these for that price. When I remember in prior episodes, or if you do remember in prior episodes, I said the time to invest in these events is when you can get them for about $10 or less. There's not going to be any better time than this event to go ahead and do that. And the beauty of this event, the way it's structured, on top of that, is that you can do this at any point. You can do this on day 3, day 4, day 5. Anytime you want to invest that $100 in the two $50 increments, you can do it and still take advantage of all the prizes. And as long as you have 2 days left, you can still acquire all 10 of these Mythic Stones, right? And there's other great prizes in here too, don't get me wrong. A lot of these are fragments to increase your mounts and costumes and things like that. And the resources, to me, is just to spend the extra points you don't get your main prizes with. But for me, I did it because I wanted the new Elysian. I really did. And I'm still truly debating, and I'll keep you guys informed, if I'm going to go ahead and go for a Sprite, or go for a mount, or go for more Mythic Stones. I'm really torn because this is such a great event that I don't think I'm going to find them much cheaper throughout time. And I know I say cheap and it's, it's $100 and it's a game, but if you're one that is investing in this game, now is the time to go ahead and do so. So with that being said, pick out the prizes that make sense to you, but get on this one as soon as possible. Pull the trigger on this one. It's definitely worth it. And just to recap my strategy in this whole event, make sure you do all your activities through the day. Make sure you convert your max 5 yellow keys or basic keys or whatever they're calling them into the golden keys that you can, as well as continue to make sure you acquire all the free ones possible. The consumables here, that's entirely up to you, but quite frankly, every diamond I spend, I use towards the event, right? The whole reason of investing is to capitalize on the event, and it gives you the option to buy the keys in the store. So do so, please. And don't get me wrong, I didn't spend $180, okay? I spent $100, and because of the extra diamond bonuses, I've got an extra $80 worth of diamonds that I can reinvest and get the prizes like I would have spent $180 or $200, right? And tomorrow I'll probably, spend the $20 to go ahead and capitalize on here. It's double your diamonds, and then I can reinvest. So if I spend 20, I get 4,000 diamonds, right? And that puts me over the cap here at the, at the 20,000 diamonds, and then I get a Mythic Stone. I mean, the prizes just keep stacking, guys. So, and girls, So please, if you're going to invest, this is the time now. Spend it in the $50 increments in one day. Use the diamonds to buy the red keys or the golden keys in the shop. Collect your rewards. Collect your top-up rewards. Convert your keys back into it. Pick your prizes and only roll 50 red keys a day, unless it's the last day or the second to last day and you really need to make sure you're going to acquire enough points or coins to go ahead and get the prize you need. Thanks again for tuning in. Sorry this was a little bit late, but this is one you do not want to miss out, and I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next episode.